I'm happy to share my book with you. It's called Stepping Stones, a refugee family's journey. I wrote this story after spotting amazing art on Facebook, of all places, that was made completely from stones. I'd never seen a book that was illustrated with rocks, so I contacted the artist who lives in Syria, but he doesn't speak any English, and it took me about 3 months to actually get a hold of him. But once he gave me permission, we used his art and my words. The book was published by Orca Book Publishers in both English and in Arabic. So I'm going to read you the English part because I don't speak Arabic. Rama, wake up, the rooster crowed every morning when we still lived at home. From my warm bed I listened as Mama prepared breakfast, bread, yogurt, juicy red tomatoes from our garden. When I was little, not so long ago, my brother Sami, our friends, and I played on sun-baked soil. We laughed, ran across rocks, and sand, free as birds. When Papa came in from the fields, he would sit for a time under the orange tree and tell stories of our ancestors. In that not-so-distant memory, we were free to play, free to go to school, free to buy fruit and vegetables at the market, free to laugh and chat, drink tea with neighbors, always 3 cups. But that was then, and this is now. Back then, Jado, my grandfather, fished. Papa worked in the fields. Mama sewed silk scarves for me and my dolls, wrapped in silk and hugs. I didn't know our lives would soon change forever. But Jado said we weren't really free if we were not allowed to sing our songs, to dance our dances, to pray the prayers of our choice. Are we truly free? Then war came to our country. Life in our village changed. Nothing was as it had been before. Soon there wasn't enough food. Rama shared his bowl of soup with Sami. I didn't know then that Mama would go hungry. But we still had Mama's hugs and Jado's arms to hold us. Then the birds stopped singing. People began to leave our village. First a trickle, then a stream across dusty fields under a burning sun. A stream driven by hope, mothers, fathers, children, seeking a better place, a better life. A river of strangers in search of a place to be free, to live and love. Again, in search of a place where bombs didn't fall, where people did not die on their way to market. A river of people in search of peace. At first, when our neighbors left, I didn't mind. I had Mama and Papa and Jado and Sami. I still had friends. We waved goodbye, not knowing they wouldn't come back. But when bombs fell too close to our home, Mama and Papa became frightened for all of us. I hid my face in Mama's lap and cried, even though I'm a big girl. One day, Jado told Sami and me that it was time. Time to join the river of people. Time to leave all that we knew. That night, I lay in bed and cried because I knew I would never again hear the crow of the rooster, the creak of the gate, the bleat of our goat. I lay awake and listened to the wind, wondering if the moon rises the same way in other places. Sami and I said goodbye to the flowers in our yard, to our goat, to the soil that we called home. Then we walked. We walked and we walked and walked. I tried to match my steps to Jado's strides. I tried to hold Mama's hand, but she carried blankets, a bundle of clothes. I carried only memories in my heart. We walked, sometimes alone, but mostly with many others. Everyone fleeing the war, running away from the bombs. Papa carried little Sami on his back. When I grew so tired and cried, Papa told me we were walking towards a bright new future. We walked to the end of the earth, and when we reached it, there was the sea. We set sail on waves of hope and prayer. I was frightened as the waves battered our little boat, and not everyone made it across safely. We said prayers for those whose journey ended at sea. When we arrived on land once again, Mama and Papa planted seeds to grow flowers, to remember those who did not reach freedom. And on we walked, tired. I was so tired. My feet felt like the rocks on which we walked. My legs were trees rooted to the soil. On we walked, but now we walked across lands free from war, free from guns and bombs, free from fear. Now we walked in hope. At last we came to our future. New neighbors welcomed us with open arms. I heard their voices but didn't understand their words. But when I saw their smiles, I knew what the words meant. Stay, they said. Stay here with us. You're safe now. No more war. They shared what they had: clothes, food, even a new doll. We have a new home now, a home with new sights and sounds and smells, with smiles and people who help us. Will this always be home? Or will we be able to go back one day? The lucky ones, they call us. New memories, new hopes, new dreams. Not of war, but of peace. So I hope you will have a chance to read this book for yourself and to see the wonderful stone art that Nizar made on the beaches of Syria. I hope that it will inspire you to collect stones and see if you can make your own art that you can upload to steppingstonesthebook.com to share it with kids all over the world. May you always live in peace.